Chicago all the way to the nation's capital. We are going to take you behind the headlines and beyond the spin, as we always do, except for this time we will do it from Washington, D.C. and T-minus less than 12 hours until Governor Pritzker gives his opening testimony in this sure-to-be contentious House Oversight Committee hearing on sanctuary states. Governor Pritzker will be joined by Governor Walz of Minnesota, Governor Hochul of New York. And of course, this comes amid the backdrop of rising tensions in cities across the country, like Los Angeles, where the National Guard and a Marine battalion has been deployed, and Chicago, and now in New York. And now we are joined by one of Pritzker's closest allies, Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton, who is also a candidate for Illinois Senate. Lieutenant Governor Stratton, thanks for joining us via Zoom this evening. You're very close with the governor. What is he telling you about how he expects this to go tomorrow?
Well, look, what I think we can expect tomorrow is that the Republicans in Congress are going to continue their efforts to put forth more political theatrics, and we're going to see Governor Pritzker step up and show serious, steady leadership. He's going to be very solutions-focused because that's what we do, provide the kind of leadership that makes people's lives better and not get caught up in the drama. So I think we're going to hear him talk about the things that we can get done for the people of Illinois, and I'm looking forward to hearing his testimony.
At the same time, President Trump and many Republicans have said sanctuary state laws are hindering federal immigration agents from deporting violent criminals from communities all across the state of Illinois, in Chicago and elsewhere. Are there things that perhaps the governor might need to listen to or perhaps compromise on?
Look, what we will never compromise on is following the law. That's what we have always done here in Illinois. We follow the law. We prioritize protecting public safety. We prioritize uplifting our communities. And so following the law is not something that should be compromised. And yet we're seeing Donald Trump not follow the law over and over again. That's what the Oversight Committee should be focused on. And so what we've always said is, look, when we look at somebody who has been convicted of a violent crime, somebody who is a threat to public safety, of course, we would work with federal authorities to remove them from our communities, remove them from our state, and put them on the path of being removed from our country. But that's not who they're going after. They're going after mothers that they're separating from children. They're going into schools and churches and places of business. That's not what people are looking for. They're going after neighbors, and they're turning the military against our neighbors, and that is not an example of the kind of leadership that the people of Illinois deserve.
And to that effect, Lieutenant Governor Stratton, you joined about 24 of your fellow Democratic lieutenant governors in condemning the action from President Trump, calling up the National Guard and a Marine battalion against the wishes of that state's governor in California, Gavin Newsom. Do you anticipate something similar happening in the state of Illinois? And if so, how are you prepared to handle that?
Well, you know, I can't predict exactly what's going to happen, but what I do know is that this administration is focused on creating a circus. They want to distract from the things that they're doing to take away rights and to harm people every single day, taking away health care and all of the other things that they are doing, all to give their billionaire buddies tax breaks. I think that we're going to continue to see people to show up and speak out as they have been doing. I believe in the right to free speech. Of course, any protest have to be peaceful. I want to emphasize that. But people are fed up. They are tired of Donald Trump and all of the antics of not doing what's best for the people across this country, and instead just trying to throw distraction. And I think that we're going to keep doing what we have always done. We're going to keep leading with steady leadership. We're going to focus on how to make people's lives better, and we're going to be focused on solutions. And I'm really proud of our state, and I want the people of Illinois to know that we have their backs.
All right, Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton, thanks for your time this evening. We appreciate it.
Thank you.